In this problem, I have one internal loop and one external loop, and also it seems there is one forward path. So if you have any problem like this, in this case especially I have a summing point with 3 inputs. Let us look at the summing point which has got 3 inputs. We can split into 2 summing points which we know already, and we can reduce summing points one by one. We can eliminate those summing points one by one. Right, the first one we are splitting this. So when you split this, you have loop G2, H2 is separated. And what is the feedback? The feedback which is coming, negative feedback. So that negative feedback we will get it as G2 by 1 plus G2 H2. So once you get the G2 by 1 plus G2 H2, and this is what the block diagram is. So what is the block diagram? Now this block is already there. So we have G1, G3 and also feedback H1. But this forward path in general, which forms a parallel path, is not in a standard one. In between we have a summing point. How to proceed? One way is we can simply shift this summing point before the takeoff point. But if we want to do that, we need to use critical rules where we need to introduce one more summing point extra. Let us look at other alternative. The other way is this summing point can be shifted after G1, and after that we can interchange them so that we can easily solve the problem. Let us see how to change the summing point after G1. So whenever you change the summing point or shift the summing point after the block, then we need to introduce one more block with G. So in this case G means G1. So that we will get in the feedback where already we have H1, and again I got this G1 because of the shifting. So what it becomes G1 H1. As we know, we have 2 summing points which are connected or very adjacently there, so we can shift them or we can interchange them. Right, if we interchange them, then we'll get one forward path and we'll get one feedback loop, and one forward path can be easily eliminated into G1 plus G3, and this loop can be eliminated by using the formula G by 1 plus GH. So the next step we will get, so G1 plus G3 here, and here we have G2 by 1 plus G2H2 plus G1 G2 H1. Now finally these two are cascaded. I can simply multiply them. Then the final transfer function will be your C of S by R of S gives us G2 into G1 plus G3 divided by 1 plus G2 H2 plus G1 G2 H1. Next, in this example, I need to find the transfer function C of S by R of S using block diagram reduction technique. Now here, if you look at this problem, there is a summing point in the feedback path. Very complex systems or some of the process systems, we will find summing point in the feedback path. So if at all, if you have summing point in the feedback path, let us see how to solve this problem. Now, so again, if we closely observe this problem, there are total 3 summing points, out of which one summing point has 3 inputs. Of course, input is R of S, output is C of S. Now what we'll do is, there is one forward path, that is, there is one parallel path. So this parallel path first will reduce into. What is that? The last summing point, I have G3 and one connection is there. And the simple connection we have, we don't have any block, which means that gain is 1. Then what will be the resultant? 1 plus G3 is the resultant. So I can eliminate, I can put a block with a gain 1 plus G3. Now once you eliminate, the block diagram looks like this. 1 plus G3 and two more summing points I have. The ultimate aim of any block diagram reduction technique is to eliminate one by one summing points. Now, so this summing point has 3 input. Therefore, let us remove one input which is coming as a feedback. What is that? G2 I have, and feedback is a unity feedback and it is a negative, which means I can simplify it into G2 by 1 plus G2. So if you do that, I can remove one input to the summing point. Then it results like this. Already I have G1 and now I have summing point. So G2 by 1 plus G2 after removing one of the input to the summing point, and I have a takeoff point. Then I have 1 plus G3 in a feedback. Again I have a summing point H2, and after that I have H1. Still the summing point is there in the feedback. Now, so this case, how can you proceed? So by looking at this, you can say the takeoff point which is here can be moved after 1 plus G3 block. So if you move that, almost we come to a conclusion where we can find the C of S by R of S transfer function. So if you move that, we know the shifting rule. Whenever takeoff point is moved after the block, then we need to introduce 1 by G block in that particular branch. So here G means 1 plus G3, and we are shifting. Yes, after shifting you will get this. So for this summing point, second the bottom summing point, we have 1 by 1 plus G3. Already H2 is there. Then in the here I have two blocks. One is G2 by 1 plus G2 and also 1 plus G3. And these two can be combined together, can be multiplied. And also here in the bottom, two inputs are coming from the output side. That means same input is coming and it is added at this summing point. Means they are connected in parallel. So this parallel combination can be reduced. So once you reduce the parallel combination, and by combining those two, then you will get the block diagram like this. So what will be that block diagram? So G1 is already there. I have summing point. Now here I have G2 into 1 plus G3 by 1 plus G2. So after adding these two, the parallel paths, then in this feedback I have H1 already available, and this is nothing but H2 plus H2 G3 plus 1 divided by 1 plus G3. In this feedback we can multiply, and already is there forward gain. So from these two, then I will get the overall transfer function. After reducing the forward and the feedback, then we have blocks like this. G2 into 1 plus G3 by 1 plus G2 is a block here, the resultant transfer function after reducing all these things. In the feedback side also, after reducing all these things, then we got H1 into H2 plus H2 G3 plus 1 divided by 1 plus G3. Now it is very standard feedback loop with this is G and this is H. Therefore the loop transfer function will be G by 1 plus GH. So if you reduce it, then you will get G1 is as it is, and this transfer function goes G2 into 1 plus G3 divided by 1 plus G2 plus H1 into H2 plus H2 G3 plus 1 into G2. Now again we can simply multiply these two, and the resultant transfer function C of S by R of S, it gives you G1 G2 into 1 plus G3 divided by 1 plus G2 plus H1 H2 G2 plus H1 H2 G2 G3 plus H1 G2. So this is the overall transfer function of the given block diagram.